Hi guys, I'm Marco Schwartz, and in this video I will tell you about a tool that I'm using more and more to design all my PCBs, which is called EasyEDA. So as you might know, I was a big fan of desktop-based tools to build PCBs like EasyEDA. I've been using EasyEDA for a long time to design PCBs, but more and more there are a lot of web-based solutions that are really great to design PCBs as well, and EasyEDA is one of them. So I really like this tool, and in this video I will show you how to use it and everything you can do with it. So that's the main page that you can find at easyeda.com. So it's really free. You can really try EasyEDA to build your PCBs. So you can do schematic capture, you have a simulator, you can design your PCBs, but also it's compatible with many other formats. So we will actually see how to import files that I designed myself in EasyEDA and how to import them into this tool as well. And what is really cool, we'll see an example of that as well, is you actually have a PCB order feature like built in EasyEDA. So once you design PCB, it's actually very easy to order it and just receive it in your mail some days later. So we are now going to see how to build a very simple schematic using EasyEDA. So I will just go ahead and click on New Project here. And here I will click on Create a New Project. I will just call this project Test or even Demo, as I want to actually show you EasyEDA here. And in there I will just create a new schematic to start building things. So I already have one here, so I will also demo schematic. And in here I will be able to start creating. So here you can see that you have a menu where you can select what you want. So I will just go and use the EasyEDA libraries. So just to show you how it works, I will make a very simple circuit, just composed of a power source, a resistor, an LED, and a simple ground. So it's really a simple circuit. So I will go ahead and click on the VCC here. I can zoom in. You see, it's really easy to use and very well done compared to some desktop software. So I will have a ground that I will put just here. As you can see, it goes very fast to place components, and I will get an LED. So of course you can now use the wiring tools here to connect the different components. So I will connect to my resistor, my LED, and finally this will go to the ground. So of course it's also very easy to move around all those components. So just to move this like this here, maybe make it a bit nicer. So it's very easy to use, and it's also very easy to change the parameters, so the values of those components. So you can see here I have a 1K resistor, but let's say I want something else. I will just change it here for 220 ohm. So I just put 220 here, the LED. I cannot reconfigure it. I can change the color actually. I can put it to something else. So now I have my very basic schematic, and it would be actually very easy to convert it to PCB, but I wanted to show you something else first. As you can see, you have many components here, and if you don't find a component, well, that's really the basic libraries, but you have more libraries button here, and it's really easy to find anything, because not only you have the libraries from EasyEDA, but you also have a lot of libraries from other manufacturers and suppliers. For example, Seed Studio, which is a big supplier. So for example, I can click on Relay, and I will have all the relays that are currently sold by Seed Studio, so it's very easy to use. I will for example click on this relay here, place, and immediately I can use this component inside my schematic. So it's really easy to use, and there are a lot of libraries available for your projects. And of course, it's web-based, so you can actually create your own libraries, share them with other people, and also use the libraries that other people have created. So compared to desktop solutions, this is really a plus. You can really easily find libraries without having to download anything or look for the web for library and then import it in your software. So now I will simply save this, and before we go to the PCB part, I wanted to show you something else, which is a simulation. So I won't actually run simulation here because it's way too simple secret, but you have actually a simulation part which is actually also easy to use. So you can really run simulation right in your schematic. You can do a transient analysis, AC, DC, DC transfer, and DC operating point. So just to show you, I could actually, if I wanted to know like the value of the current that's flowing there, I can, for example, just place this amp meter here and just place it between the resistor and the LED, and now I should be able to run a natural simulation. So I will go back and run the document, operating point, run. So maybe I need to use a battery component here because VCC didn't have any value, so I'll just use this battery, which is 5 volts, and I will also connect that to my resistor just here and also to the ground like this. So let's save this now and run the simulation again. So run the document, this here operating point, and as you can see here, now I have the simulation. So I can see that the current passing through the LED has this value, so 13 milliamps, which makes sense, which is exactly what you will get if you were doing this simulation yourself. So that's just great. You can run really simulations, a lot of simulations. This is just DC operating point simulation, so I just show what the current value of the different variables in the circuit, but I can also do like a time analysis and see how the different variables are evolving through time. So that's a really nice feature that it's really quite easy to use right inside the editor here. So now I will simply go back to what I had before. So I will go back to my VCC. I will remove this component because I don't want to do a simulation anymore. I will save this, and now I will show you how easy it is to actually convert that to the PCB. So I will just click on Convert Project to PCB, and as you can see, I have my little components here. So of course, this is really a toy example because I will never build this kind of project, but as you can see, it's easy to move components around and then route them using those tools here. So that would be really easy to do as well. Now maybe something more interesting. I will just delete this PCB here. And now I will import something more interesting. So I will just delete the circuit and I will go to my Explorer here, but I have some examples. So I designed this little board here a while ago, which is a power supply. I call it the Arduino power supply because you can plug it on one side, you can plug it to the mains electricity, and on the other side you get 5 volt and 3.3 volt, which is perfect to power projects like Arduino or the Raspberry Pis and other boards like this. But of course I designed this little board under Eagle, so I want to see if I can import actually this file, this schematic and the board inside EasyEDA. So I will just go to Import, Eagle, and I will choose my files. So let's start with the schematic. Import. And as you can see, I immediately get my EDA estimated with the correct values of those capacitors here inside EasyEDA. So it's very easy. And also import, I will import the board now to see how it looks like. And import. As you can see, it also looks nice and neat, just as I designed it inside EDA. So it's very nice. So now with this example, maybe let's have a look at the manufacturing options of EasyEDA. So I will just click on fabrication output. I need to save this PCB, of course. And now I click again on this, and actually take me to an order page where I can actually order my board. So directly from EasyEDA. So as you can see, it will take 4 days to build. Then of course there is a shipping time. But right inside this PCB software, I can actually just order my board. So that's really neat because you don't need to find your own manufacturer. You can just do it right inside the same interface. So I won't order this because I already have a lot of them, but I will just go to this new feature actually from EasyEDA, which is called the Jabber file viewer. So I will open this, and that's a very neat tool to actually see my Jabber files. So of course here I have this strange warning that I would need to remove, but I can see my files here. And this is really like, I'm using this to see my order, but I could actually see any of these files. So just to show you this new feature of EasyEDA, I took some examples from the web, and I will see if I can easily use this Jabber file viewer of EasyEDA to see those files. So I will upload a Jabber file that I have here. So I took 2 examples actually. One is a simple Arduino Uno board that's made by FreeArduino, and I just click on upload, and as you can see immediately I got my top layer here. I will click on this override button to have the whole board, and it's really easy to use. Also I can zoom in my Jabber file, I can deactivate some layers easily, so I can really see what I want, just as a very good Jabber file viewer that I would install on my desktop. So just to finish this video, I wanted to show you maybe a more complex example and see how this Jabber file viewer behave. So let's now see other features of the Jabber viewer in EasyEDA. So you have a lot of options here, and I will show you what each of these options can do, and that it's also really easy to use. The first one is a theme. You can basically choose the color you want on this PCB, so you can, for example, use red. So the same PCB that I had before, this basic Arduino Uno board, and let's try yellow just to try. Okay, so this is how to change the theme of your board. You can also change the surface finish. So now you can see it's gold, but I can also easily put this viewer on silver. You can also reassign layers. So if you want to, for example, change this layer to be something else and the solder mask, it's really easy to do as well from this option here. Finally, you can destroy your Jabber file, and you can also export it as just a picture. So just by clicking on this button, you will have a picture that you can easily download and, for example, embed in articles or on your website. So that was a tour of all those functions here that are included as well inside the Jabber viewer of EasyEDA. So I will come back to this upload form here, and I just took an example from the Maxim Semiconductor website, which is quite complex board, and I will open it with this tool as well. So also it's very fast, and as you can see from this view that will load, It's a very complex circuit, but it's also very fast and very convenient to use. So I can also zoom in. There are many layers here. So I can just deactivate some of them and again zoom in and see everything I want to see using this viewer. So that's a very powerful tool that is now also in EasyEDA, so which really makes it a complete solution to design all your PCBs. So as a conclusion for this video, I really love this tool. It really allows me to design my PCBs and really start from the schematic, simulation, PCB design, and also ordering with a nice Gerber viewer. Everything inside the same tool, inside the same website. So that's really the main advantage and a huge advantage compared to other solutions. So of course, if you have any comments or feedback about this video, any comments, maybe you used EasyEDA in the past, don't hesitate, leave a comment below and I will be happy to answer. And I will see you in the next video.